the word on the street.
Yeah, I also posted it on the team page and that one that I posted.
Perfect.
Oh, well, that might be easier for me to
Yeah,
find them.
it might be easier. I just copied and pasted it. Yeah, into there.
All right, we are live streaming. Welcome to Work It Wednesday. This is technically our first of the year since we had Jamie time last week. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm trying to pull that tracker up, see what it looks like. Oh, it's the one I just shared.
Oh, okay. I don't see it on our team page. Megan?
I just posted it in my team page, the tracker that comes on the email,
Okay.
like 3 minutes ago. Okay, and I'm live on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So it's 2024. That means new set of goals, new set of this is gonna be bad. My brain's not gonna work tonight. So I'm just yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. Dreams, goals, promotions, whatever it is that you're after. This is a fresh start for you guys to be able to refocus on your business, what you want out of them, what do you want to change? If something you've been working on has not been exactly what you like, or you feel like it's not going in the direction you like, it's a perfect time to kind of refocus, shift your mindset, and figure out what it is that you want to get from your business. And the best way to do that is setting plans for yourself. It's setting those goals. It is deciding what is going to be important for you in this year. And we talk about it a lot in the past, but the main thing with that is focusing on small micro goals. That way they're obtainable and reachable and you don't overwhelm yourself. So something that you really want to focus on, whether you're watching the live or you're watching the replay, comment for me if you're tuning in for the replay and just tell me what's one thing you want to focus on for 2024. And it could be as small as posting on social media every single day. So we're going to kind of open it up with that. Excuse me, sir. So if everybody on here that is live wants to share something they want to focus on in 2024, whoever wants to kick us off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Dylan.
Thanks. I have a lot of goals that I am setting. Am I talking about my bingo thing now or later?
Whatever you want to do. If you
Okay, we
want
can talk
to.
about it later. I'll just talk
Okay.
about one goal now.
Okay.
So my one big goal I would say is just be more social on social media. I want to be really direct with how I am posting on my personal page. I want it to stop being so Scentsy related and be more just personable related. So I'm really working on that. I worked on it last week and saw some growth in my numbers. And so I'm really excited to continue that trend. And then just also being social with my customers and my team and making sure that I'm following up with them and doing all the right steps.
Oh, that's great. Like that.
Thank you.
All right, Megan.
I want to focus on growing and just putting myself in those uncomfortable situations and doing it anyways, doing it scared and doing it anyways. I've been my biggest holdback through my last 3 years, and I want to just let it out this year and step into it all.
Take off the chains and implement everything.
Yes.
I feel like implement should be your word of the year.
I really haven't even thought of a word of the year or even, I don't know. I was more thinking of like a phrase or so, like kind of just
Okay.
stay in my zone, stay in my lane, kind of, and get it done. You know, I don't know. That's
Start to finish.
yeah.
Just figure it out.
Yeah. Putting my head down, get to work.
Okay. Yeah, I love it. I can't wait to see what you're able to obtain this year with that mindset. Because I know it's there. I know you know it, and I know you have the knowledge. All right, Renee, what you got?
growing my team, but and building my circle,
Okay.
which social media, everything to make that all come together.
Renee, are you on like any like baking Facebook groups? Like, I feel like that would be a good Facebook group for you to aim at and just become
Oh, but
social within those people, like especially posting when you're making something or baking something or
I've put myself in a couple different ones, but I need to find other ones because they're totally not like people just post pictures of these freaking amazing cakes and shit and so I need to find something different to where it's more my baking what I'm looking for, you know what I mean?
You're
yeah.
not looking for the show quality. You're just looking
Yeah.
for the people that enjoy it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Try
So
looking for more like local groups too, like
yeah.
smaller groups. Because if you get into like the 2 or 5,000 people, it's really hard to get noticed.
Right.
Connect with people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's a really good goal. Super obtainable. And that's really what I want us to focus on. I
Right.
think so many times we set these really huge, scary goals, which are great. We all need to have those, but we do need to be able to experience small goals along the way so we continue to be motivated towards those big goals. Because if we just have this big goal and we just feel like we've just jumped in the water and we have zero life support anywhere near, we're just in the center of a dark ocean, then we're going to be hurting because you might not see land and you're just out here drowning. Like, and if you have these small micro goals, it might be that life raft that gives you a second to breathe while you continue on to your big scary goal. I don't know why we went with references tonight, but that's where we're at. So I think that is important to have.
Yes.
All right, Jenny, what you got? And Brooke, thank you for jumping on. You look really pretty tonight. And I'm going to come to you next, but just a small goal or a goal you're focusing on for 2024.
Thanks.
Just be brave,
Dressed
Steve.
up from work.
See what?
I said I'm still dressed up for work.
Well, there you go. We're glad you jumped on with us. All right, Jenny.
I don't know. I was still thinking. Definitely growing and like I feel like I've gotten good at being like consistent with posting, but I am not good at like I'm not good at all at being consistent and like doing it in my stories too. Because I think I've just gotten to where I'm like, and nobody cares about stories, but they really might, and they might look at it more often than I think.
It's a whole other following.
Yeah, I live in my stories.
Same. I never scroll.
I barely ever
Oh my
scroll.
gosh. I was gonna say, you and Tabitha both. I'm like, I'm constantly watching your guys' stories, but yet it doesn't ever like dawn on me, hey, why don't you do it in yours too?
Yeah.
But do you watch stories? Do you watch people's stories?
Do I?
No.
Yeah, like I mean, some of them like I might just go past, and some of them I'll actually like watch and pay attention to. It just depends.
Like it's probably been like a year ago that I had learned that like what you like to consume the most is what you should create the most. And so like I guess maybe that's where I give myself excuses of why not to post because I don't scroll as much as I live in people's stories. I watch people's stories. I love getting to know how people are and their stories because I really feel like you get to know people better through their stories.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where like I've even gotten like I'll consistently post, but I might also like what I post in, I might also go live in too, because in my head I'm thinking some may look at posts, some may want to watch the video and listen to me actually. So I try to do both. It's just that whole balance out.
And there is a breakdown for that, like static posts versus stories versus lives. Like you need a whole mix of them because you are appealing to all different audiences. And just like what Megan was saying, think of the things that captivate you. What are the things you find yourself watching and actually watching from start to finish. Because those are the things, if it's captivating your attention, there's another market out there just like that. It's going to also captivate. And so, like, one of our girls today, she sent me an invite. She's doing a pampered chef party, and she invited me to it. So I just messaged her, me being the leader. Yeah, you invited me to this party, but I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it. Hey, take notes during this party. Find out what it is that you like. So don't be scared to host parties for other consultants and other businesses, because that's going to show you what are they doing that's getting your people to react. What are they doing that's captivating you? What are they doing that's making you feel like you're a part of this party or it's being successful? And then you take that and then you turn it into your business and your parties. Because that's the thing, you have to think about it from a party goer. Whenever you're throwing these parties, what when you go to something is fun, even if it's virtual? What makes you want to show up? What makes you want to invest your time in it? Because time is the most precious, important thing that anybody can give you in their life. So what are you doing to value that time? And if it's just a bunch of posts where they have to read 5,000 words, they're not going to do it. But if you have a good mix and you're going to appeal to the different personalities of someone who likes to listen, someone who does like to read, someone that likes to look at pictures, think of books. There's picture books for a reason. Like, I understand that's probably mostly towards kids, but it's the same thing as in when you're trying to grab people's attention on social media. And if you see something, even if it's completely like it is a post about a book, but it's colored pictures or it's really big print or something, that made you stop for a reason. Now, how can you incorporate that into your business to then captivate your audience? So it's all about perspective in everything that we do. What is it that you can do to draw your people in? And some people, it's going to be just like that tracker Megan has. There are people that live to print something and check it off.
I decided to print it on cardstock so it lasts all year better.
There you go. And she can update that in her stories every single day. And as she colors something out, she can go live. Whatever it is, there are people they're list people. They're the people that want to see that check mark next to something that's done. And they are going to be so satisfied by that. They're going to be coming back to her stories every single day to see, does she check anything else off of it? Because you're telling a story within your stories, multiple days, weeks, months at a time. People are coming back to look at that. People are posting the things of almost perfection. That highlight reel of your life, those are typically your posts. Your stories are the messy, raw life of every day that's not perfect. And this could be completely off of someone else's thought process, but from what I watch in my content, that's what you're going to get from me. All right, Brooke, what you got for us?
Okay. My small goal is to grow. I guess my word that I've chose is bloom this year.
I love that.
And like my team, I'm trying to like nail down everything. So I'm trying to grow my team, trying to grow my customer base a little more. Like I just posted the challenge, like I've been challenged to sell 20 bars. I
already saw someone comment.
Already called me in it, already paid me, already, and then my boss from earlier, she's like, so Scentsy girl, I need your help. Got you, girl. I got it. So
And that's so important is like I said, she's followed you for over a year of being on this journey and never once got from you.
like how long have I been selling? Like I started off and I went to her first because she has fur babies when we had our pet line. And I'm like, here, try this, try this. Gave her samples even.
Yeah.
And so I was like, but her husband works for the electric company and is like, you can't have the warmers. You can't because he's a friend. I'm like, they're fine. I was like, it's fine though. She's like, well, my cat, she has a cat and the dogs. I'm like, even better. We have non-wax options. So, but mine is just to grow my team and grow my customer base. And I've got to get back on my challenge that I was issued for 31 days of live. I had
Yes.
the flu really bad and didn't have a voice. I was like, I'm not doing it.
As long as you pick back up with it, that's the most important thing. Is a lot of times when you do that and something happens like getting sick and it throws you off, like it's okay. Like sometimes we just have to take recuperation time, but we have to start back up. And that's what's going to make the difference between someone that's successful with it and someone that just makes another excuse and never starts again.
Oh
Because
yeah, no,
we
I've
can
got
do
it
that
planned
all
back
along.
out, like ready to go.
Good. I'm really excited to see where you take off from this, motivation and this drive that you found. And I mean, already your sales of this month are great. Like you're already just shifting that mindset to take it seriously and wanting to work it as a business. And I know you can see the difference in it, but your customers are responding to it. And the only direction you're going to go up if you continue this route is up.
Yeah, and I now normally don't post on my own feed like about Scentsy. I was
Yeah.
like, because I'm like, I don't want to overwhelm them, but I'm like, they hear me talk about it anyway, so I was like,
Yeah.
I want to post it on there.
So, and that's a transition I had to make as well because I felt the same way when I first started and I didn't hardly ever post about it. But this journey that I'm on, this positive mindset and this leadership and all of that is a part of who I am as a person. It's aside from me being Scentsy, but Scentsy has brought me to this time that I am in life. And I want people to see that. I want people to see it is changing my life. It is changing who I am as a person. And I want to do more for people. I want to help people. And that is all because of this fragrance company. So as I'm recruiting this year, you're going to see a lot more of me selling myself, of why, what makes me different than anybody else that sells Scentsy. Why should people join my team? And that's going to be my focus completely this year when I'm sponsoring because I want people to see they're going to get one-on-one time with me if they want the connection call. We have these team Zoom meetings. Like I'm going to do this deeper dive into what it looks like to be a Scentsy consultant with me, with my team, with my family. And Heather's joining us on Facebook. She's brand new. She just joined this week. So I'm so glad that you're on here with us. What is a goal you want to set for yourself this month? If you don't mind sharing that with us, we're just getting her onboarding up and going. Hi, Abigail.
She saw Dylan waving, and so she waved back.
Oh, that's so cute. Everybody wave at Abigail now. That's so cute. This is amazing. So it is. It's small things like that that's going to make that shift. And I'm really seeing the difference in the way that my people are responding to it because they're seeing that it's way more than just this fragrance company that I'm trying to sell and get their money. Like I want people to see I genuinely want to invest in people's lives and change it. So however it is, okay, so Heather, she said she's trying to sell to bring back my bars to the end of the month. So great goal. That actually perfect segues us into if you've not checked your email yet, we are having a new incentive for this entire year. So it's really exciting. And I assume this will take place of like we won't have whatever it is, spring, summer. Like I assume this is the incentive we'll have, but it's cool. It's going to go all year long. So January kicks off and we have to sell 20 bring back my bars. And so what I really like about this incentive is it is absolutely obtainable. Every single month is for anybody. Like nobody's excluded. Everybody is capable of selling 20 bars.
Yep.
And don't be scared to tell your friends and family, like what Brooke posted today, that she needs to sell 20 of these wax bars. People want to support you. Like that's the way it is. You just be open and honest with people. But don't get discouraged if you do post and you don't hear anything. A lot of times people are watching, even though they're not interacting, they're watching. And everybody on here can say that they've had a sell that's came from someone that's never commented or anything on their page. It's just a thing. It happens. So definitely check that out. Print the tracker. Megan just printed hers off. So there's not going to be a tracker for it on the workstation, like the live, like we have for Hawaii and Orlando right now, it's just going to be tracked on our own. So make sure that you have that printed off if you're a person that has to be able to see that visually. And if you have any questions, just drop them and we'll come back and answer.
I do just want to say, I don't know if
Yeah.
you mentioned this, but they do have to be bring back bars.
Okay, yeah. I think I did, but thank you for making that clarification because I would hate for someone to be like, yeah, I sold 20 blueberry cheesecakes. So yeah, bring back my bars. So the bars that are only available in the bring back my bar, there's 25 of them. So that's what you have to sell 20 of this month to qualify for that incentive. All right. So Megan, do you have anything you want to share about your even what you learned from Josh?
I guess I can share like the 3 parts that I've really been trying to implement with a lot of my posting. So I'm just gonna kind of like sum it up. So he calls it like the cocaine promise. And it's I guess it'd mainly be based about like your business. And then, or you can do different ones about joining, but he interprets it with any like of his sales too. So this is pretty much like the same format. So like step 1 is the problem that they want solved, because you really want to be their problem solver. Let me go back up just a little bit because people, you can't assume that what they want to buy, they want what they want. So you want to solve their problem is the step 1. So, and then step 2, you have the solution, and then 3 is overcoming their limiting beliefs. So like leaving them, let me just give you an example, because I've actually been trying to work on putting together in my boards like scripts so it's easy for me later. Let's just go to, like I did the price one. So he actually gave us like lots of examples, but most of them were like around like fitness companies or whatever. And so this one would be like people coming about the cost, like how much does something cost. So what I wrote is we have products ranging from $3 to $250, but I'd like to get to know you a little more about or get to know a little bit more about the areas you're needing freshened up before recommending products that would be right for you. So like drawing them in and not like just pushing like one sale on them, like getting to know them first before you're getting that sale. So like the join one I have, I think Scentsy could be a tool the tool you've been looking for to make some extra money in pockets of time without any strings attached. So like throwing that limiting belief out there, like you have no strings attached, because you don't. You can 3 months, you don't want to pay for your website, you don't have to, you can cancel it, you can be done. Even after that, you can cancel your website, you can be done whenever you want. You have no strings attached. So just taking those limiting beliefs, and so those steps and I've been trying to incorporate this even within when I'm posting, like what problem am I solving within this post or my reel that I'm making or whatever I'm doing, what problem am I solving, the solution I have, and then overcoming any belief statements that they have, limiting belief statements that they have. So yeah, that's really what I've been trying to focus on, is really solving the problem and having a solution.
So huge.
Yeah.
I love that.
Such a good tip.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Mm.
All right, Dylan, you ready to share?
Yeah, I'm good.
I do
Okay.
want to throw one more quote up there.
Yeah,
that
no.
I was trying to look for it real quick because he says you are in control of the conversation, but you want them to feel like they're in control of the conversation. So
I
leave
love
them
that.
feeling like they're in control of the conversation. So yeah, that's it.
No, I loved that.
That's awesome. So for mine, I sat with my team last night and I thought it would be a fun idea to come up with. I am a big pencil to paper person, like Tabitha was talking about. So I love being able to check something off a list or be able to have something tangible in front of me, and that way I feel like I am accomplishing something. So what I thought of and stole from Kimberly Paluto was a bingo score sheet. And so my team, last night I assigned them, or I guess last week, I assigned them a task of coming up with 25 different things that they want to accomplish this year. I told them, try to make like 10 or 15 of them really hard goals, big, scary goals, and then 10 that are easy to achieve like within a day. It's something really quick that you can just like look at this and be like, oh, I'm going to get that done today. So that's what we did is we shared those together. And then I had everyone, I sent a template out, which I can send to the group as well. But I made this in Canva and I color coordinated mine so that way I know which one are my big scary goals and which ones are my like easier goals.
I
Uh,
like
yeah, just to be able to like keep it simple for myself.
Right.
But put all 25 goals on there, and then hopefully by the end of the year, I'd like to see all of it marked off. So there's some things on there like that are super easy. So if you're having a really hard day, and you feel like you're getting nothing done, I put like share Scentsy with a stranger. Like that's super easy, super uncomfortable, but super easy. And so that's something I can just do in one day and be like, wow, I'm actually getting somewhere with this. Or leave 5 samples somewhere was another one that was really simple. So like those are kind of like my easier goals. And then we put bigger goals on there that were, like I said, those like when you're having a really easy day and you want something challenging, I want to like promote to director or have a $4,000 month, have a $1,500 paycheck. So
Hold on. Did I just hear Dylan say, like vocally, we're getting director this year?
it's on there. It's on there. So is Superstar. And
Yeah,
Superstar
yeah.
yesterday,
I
when I
I
was
just
making
heard
this,
that.
I was like, Superstar's easy. You can do this. This needs to be blue. And I made it blue. And then I was like, who am I? That's scary. Um, but those are
I
goals.
love it.
And I just wanted to put them. And then I even went above and beyond and ordered a poster size of it. So that way I can put it on my wall in my office. And I went to get like
Yes.
a little canvas, a little thing for it. So that way I have to look at it every day. I spend like 10 hours a day in my office. So I have to look at it. It reminds me of everything I want to accomplish that year. And I will share that template if anybody wants to use it, or you can message me and I'd love to share it with you as well.
Yeah, definitely share that. And then you're going to post that publicly to when you get your poster board in, you're going to share with your,
A
like,
picture,
yeah, to
like
let
on
them,
my actual thing,
like on your actual page. Like, so
actual
they
thing. I
can,
can't even think of what it's called. My social media is what it's
yeah,
called.
your social
Megan is
media.
getting so much love right now. I love it. Yes, I will share it on my social media.
Okay. So
Keep updating your social media.
Yeah, and keep updating my personally.
I just think it's important for us to share our business goals with our, friends, family, so they know why they're supporting us. Because yes, when we're like trying to earn a trip, we're telling people I'm trying to earn a trip, but like what's bigger than that? Like when you're just trying to make a sell, because we don't want our friends and family and these new strangers that we're meeting to just think we want to make a buck from them, or we always just want to sell. We want to show them that growth, that personal growth. Like if they saw an inside look and got to see the version of you, Dylan, that we get to see from week to week and how you're changing and what is developing in your personal life, like the growth, just because of the efforts you're putting into your business, someone's going to latch onto that and want to be a part of that. Like I want to change my life. I want to be that happy, like, so I think we have to start showing people that vulnerable side of ourselves. Like, and if it's just how happy ordering a large bingo card to put on your wall so you can track your yearly goals, like that would invest me because I want to see you get that bingo blackout by the end of the year. And I guarantee more people are going to want to see that too. So don't think it's a pointless little thing that someone's not going to care about. I promise they're going to care. there's going to be a whole new following you'll get because they'll get invested in that.
I do. I love the year bingo. Me and Holly. Where the heck is Holly, by the way?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Me and
Stuck
Holly
in
were doing
Menards, probably.
right. We were doing monthly bingos there for we only did it a few 2 or 3 months, but
Yeah.
I actually done bingos before she started doing bingos with me, but I haven't done bingos in a while. But a year bingo, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. I mean, there's some scary things on there, but it's a lot of hope and a lot of like things that I have to do daily to be able to reach those goals. And if I don't do my daily, then I'm constantly reminded like, okay, you're not going to reach these. So I'm super excited for it.
Everybody's loving the bingo on Facebook and in the chat. So I think that's definitely something we're going to do as a group as well. So I think that'll be a really good response. And I know it'll help keep you guys like, I don't want to say motivated, but just like pushing for that. So we can definitely do that as a team. So I'll have Dylan share everything, and we'll actually, if you just want to post it in my team page as well and just
I do have
challenge.
to say that I like how Dylan did it and had his team pick what their goals were before even seeing, and then they made
Like
it
a blank
there.
card.
Yeah, so like I would suggest writing your 25 goals down and then just editing his bingo card. I mean,
Yeah,
or even
make
getting
it
ideas
personal.
from his bingo card later, but write some of your goals down before you even see that, just
Yeah.
because, you know what I mean? You don't want to compare goals, I guess.
Yeah. And that's the main reason I did it that way, is because like for, 4K sounds like a lot, a big month to some of my team. And I was like, I don't want them to see 4K and be like, oh, I can't,
Yeah.
that's so I did not even tell them what the goal was. It was just write down 25 things that you want to accomplish this year and make sure some are really good and some are really easy. Like, just makes it nice.
Yeah,
Hello.
we'll definitely do that. So Mackenzie said that her two big goals this year is to get more teamies and clubbers. Smaller goals are to keep reaching out one-on-one like she has been, 2 parties a month, and to keep the momentum going since my Scentsy 1 year is coming up in March. So great goals. I think it's important to keep following up on these, the micro and the big goals, to keep hand in hand of why you're working, because on those days where you just feel like you don't want to put in the work, or you feel like what you're doing isn't good enough, it reminds you can go back and look and be like, no, I did this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. Like I am constantly and continuously improving. Like I am doing the work and I'm seeing the success from it. But sometimes we keep having that success that we're forgetting about because we're just set on that next goal. So I think it's really important to, keep your eye on the prize, but don't forget to celebrate where you've been. And I know Jenny's looking at me right now because she knows that she's in that bubble right now. And that's okay, but she's hungry and she wants more and more and more, but she just keeps forgetting to celebrate herself along the way. So it's really cool and exciting goals. Is there anything anybody would like to share, has questions on? Heather, if you're still on Facebook, definitely if you have, you have open communication right now to anybody. If anybody has any questions or wants some help.
I want to say, since I posted that challenge earlier, I've had to send my link to 3 people. So while we get on
Girlfriend.
here, so I'm like, okay, definitely going to check the Scentsy on my personal page timeline a little bit more.
Yes. Because even though you think that, okay, yeah, I posted on there when I first joined, everybody didn't see that.
Oh
So
no.
not everybody knows. And if you've not personally reached out to people one-on-one to let them know that you're a Scentsy consultant, and the way I like to do that, so it's not like, hey girl, just coming in your inbox, is doing life updates, letting people know that you're excited because you're on this journey, or letting people know that you're relaunching your business. Anything like that that can sound not so spammy, salesy, icky, but like excitement. I want to share with you. Like invest in these relationships, because that is where you're going to have the most success, when you genuinely care about a person.
Most definitely.
We are winding down for our fall winter incentive. So the end of January is the last for that. So if you're striving for level 1 for the suitcases, if you're striving for level 2 for the trip, Orlando, Hawaii, level 3 for 2, whatever it is. Now is the time to put your foot on the gas, even if you're like 6,000 points away from the level you want to be at. I have seen some insane numbers put up in January. It is possible. Megan, how many points did you get last January?
I don't remember exactly, but I have to double my points this month and I still haven't given up. So don't give up.
Exactly. I want to say you had like
Yeah.
8,000 points last January.
The last year I had a lot in the very end. I sold 3,600 last January.
Yeah.
So,
So when people tell you, oh, January is a
I
slow
need
month,
to sell like
it's a lie.
10,000.
It's a lie. You need to sell what?
Like 10,000
Yeah, do it.
plus my sponsoring points.
Yeah. Yeah. No one's holding you back. Go for it, girlfriend.
Yeah.
So just don't ever count yourself out. And, even if you try and you only get 5,000 more points, that's either 5,000 PRV or that is 5,000 more that you're going to make on commission. Like, you don't count yourself short and think you're not possible to hit these big, scary numbers and count yourself out for it. You're your worst enemy. Just like Megan was just talking about. Whenever you tell yourself that you can't do it, you've automatically taken yourself out of the race. Mindset is so important in your business. And that is what sets you up to fail or to make it. What do you want? What is the direction you want this business to be in for you? Personal growth, business growth. Who is it that you feel this business could actually change their life? Look at the people you want to surround yourself. If you don't want to be surrounded by people that are negative Nellies, stop recruiting to people that are negative Nellies. Start recruiting to the people you want to spend your time with. And find a way that that's going to be attractive to them. Because it's all about perspective. And that's going to change the game. I promise it's going to change the game. And the more time you're in here, the more time that your customer base is going to grow. The more time that you're going to find a little bit easier success. It's never easy. There's never an easy button, I promise you. But as you establish your business, as you continue to do the work day in and day out, your circle will gradually just get bigger. And that recruiting, what seems impossible right now, because I stood in the same footsteps that you're sitting in right now and wondered, why can't I get anybody to join my team? Why is no one answering my messages? Why is nobody reacting to my post? I stood there. I felt that, but I didn't give up. And if you don't give up and you keep putting passion into it and you keep putting that drive and that fire, I promise you, you're going to get good at it and you're going to find success with it. But how bad do you want it? Because watching 50 episodes on a Netflix instead of making samples and mailing them out every month, or doing Happy Mail, or doing the follow-ups, or doing the bread and butter of this business that actually works, if you don't want to spend the time to do it, it's not going to happen.
And watch Netflix while you make your samples. And
That
do your
is the loophole. I'm telling you. There is no better guilty pleasure when you can make samples and still watch Netflix, because your girl loves some Netflix. Like, loves. Before I joined Scentsy, that's all I did, is I watched Netflix. I was a bum. I don't even know what I did with all this extra free time that I had, but I think I just laid on the couch and watched Netflix. I'm surprised I'm not 600 pounds. I don't know. But now that I can be productive while I watch Netflix, come on, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
that's a whole other level.
every month. That's how I do it.
Me too.
You're basically getting paid to watch Netflix now.
Exactly. Like, ultimate loophole. This is why my setup is I have iPad here for Netflix, which sits in this corner. We have iMac over here. It depends what the day is, what that one's being used for. And then I have my iPhone over here I have 4 devices on my desk at all times, and we're striped. So you don't have to have all that. But if you're disciplined, if you're disciplined and you decide to make the samples while you watch the Netflix and then mail them out, for the love of all things, if you are making samples, put them in people's hands and then follow up with them. Because if you leave it in your closet and you never follow up with them, you might as well have not done it anyways. Guess people are busy, people forget, they don't order, even though they wanted to, because you forgot to follow up with them. And by the time they remember, guess what? That product is gone because it was an LTO.
I
Sorry,
didn't.
Linda.
I didn't. And I got an order last night for the Mardi Gras bars that I sent.
Renee can tell you right there.
Hmm?
She started sending out collection samples in her VIP mail and
Mhm.
and didn't sell collection samples before.
Mhm.
If you want success with those collections,
Every time
and
because I did it. Well, I did it in December and January. The only 2 months I've done it. No, I used to do it. Past 2 months I've sent it out. I have gotten sales from it.
yeah. And so and just kind of a refresher here on that, when you're buying these collections, make sure you have a customer named business account. So when you're buying the business supplies at
Damn
the
it,
end of the year, you can run a simple report for everything you purchased for your for your business.
I'm putting it up now because I forgot again. Like 10 days into January, so
Okay. So yes, anytime you're buying like Mardi Gras, Valentine's, whatever, if you use the customer named business account at the end of the year, you can run a simple report that shows you everything you used for a write-off. And you don't have to go through and be like, oh, was this personal? Was this business? Personal? Was this business? It'll make your life so much easier at the end of the year. So remember to do that. If you haven't already, start. Just super easy. Go make a new customer, name it business supplies, business account, business buddy. I don't care what you name it, whatever it's going to be, that's only going to be business supplies in there. And then we get early access for our collections now, which is huge. By the way, Brooke, did your air purifier, or no, I didn't send you an air purifier. Did your diffuser make it? Okay, perfect. Just
Yes,
random
it
thought.
did.
Okay, cool.
I meant to text you and I forgot.
No, that's okay. She won our
It totally
challenge.
tricked me
December.
though in the Amazon box because I had ordered Amazon and I thought it was that, and I had canceled it because I didn't open it, and my mom had brought it inside, so I thought it was something else. And I was like, oh, but it's okay.
Yeah, I order from Amazon. So
It's nice.
but we get early access on those collections. So if you're able to make samples of those collections and send them out, or even if you send them to locals, take them to the bar, take them to the coffee shop, hand them to people, but get their contact information. And if you're like kind of weirded out by it, go to a coffee shop and be like, have a nice interaction with them. It's so nice to meet you. Would you be interested in taking these samples home with you? And then letting me follow up with you in a week to see how you like them. Take the ease off of it, but put yourself out there. You might meet a new friend, a new customer, new TV. You never know.
I actually made new packets up again. It's been a while since I shared these. I slacked for like a month or so, but I love carrying these around just so that when I meet somebody. So I've created this on Canva and it says, so nice meeting you. I'm so glad I met you today. I'm always on the lookout for someone like you since he has opened so many doors for me. But my favorite is making connections with new people. I would love to connect and get to know with you even more. Let's stay in touch. And then it's got my QR codes and my Facebook to my Instagram and my VIP group Facebook. And then I have my special that I'm doing this month in here. I have Scent of the Month flyer, club info, a product list. I actually did put January. I made a newsletter just because I wanted bring back bars and Valentine's Day collection showed off. I've got like 3 or 4 wax samples in here, a join flyer, and a Scentsy Fresh because I'm obsessed with Scentsy Fresh. Oh, and then I got 10 scratch and sniff stickers because I'm still trying to use the rest of them up.
Yeah. And that's a really good point is, next month's transition month. So if you have supplies, I know a lot of times at the beginning of the season, we get a little stingy with our stuff. Like, who are we going to give it to? Who's it going to benefit? Whatever. And at the end of the month, it's all like, get it out, get it out, get it out. Get it out. Why? It's still time. Now in next month, get all that stuff out.
Yep.
And those bags would be perfect for that.
Yeah, that was one of my, I want to get everything out. And I made I think 12 of them up, maybe only 10, but I think I ended up doing 12. And that was my goal, to at least get all 12 of these out by the end of the month, because they've got January stuff in them too. So like they got to get out.
Yeah, time to go.
And just putting myself wherever in public, because I'm home a lot. So it's just getting myself to go out in public and meet new people. I do feel like I dropped the ball and didn't give the lady at the casino one what. I even made them smaller to be able to fit in my small purse that I carry around. Had 2 of them in there. Like, I sat and talked to her and everything. As soon as she walked away, I was like, I just lost that chance. I should have freaking given her some. She was so nice. There was something else I was going to say. Oh, this whiff box. If you guys are not promoting this whiff box, do it. You can also run reports for anybody that's bought soap. Like, if you was around before soap went away, or if people have bought it from the clearance. But I went and did all my people that have bought soap. I sold like 7 this past weekend. Just by
7
following
whiff boxes by doing that?
Huh?
Did you say you've sold 7 whiff boxes just by running a report for soak?
Yeah, I followed up with everybody that wanted that had bought soap before. My girl that usually she used to be on a monthly whiff box, but she must have changed it within the last couple months, because I just noticed she was bi-monthly. But I followed up with her and was like, you really want this whiff box this month? And I can add you this local order. And so she even got another whiff box, and it's not even her month to have her club. So following up with that way, if people have one in their club but is not running this month, follow up with them, because this is a really good whiff box.
Yeah.
And I've also upsold the soaks that are in clearance. I had my one girl, she ordered the whiff box, and then I was like, we do still have the 3 other ones still available in current clearance, and she was like, give me them all. I was like, okay.
Awesome.
I also just noticed yesterday, I was talking with somebody that was about to start a club, and I was checking out the club exclusives. I did not know Luna soap was in the club exclusive. So
Oh yeah.
Luna soak, she was excited about that one, because she was like, that's
Yeah. It's huge. Little
Yeah.
things like that. And if you don't know how to run that report, it's just in your report section, customer purchase history. And then you can type in soak, and you can select all soaks and then run that report. And it gives you a list of people to follow up with, just like Megan said, and ask them be like, hey, I know we've discontinued soaps for the time being. I'm super excited to let you know that we now have it in our whiff box this month while supplies last. Would you be interested in one? And
I've just been talking about the fragrance Just Breathe itself, because I really think that's going to be awesome in a soak. You guys, like,
let people know.
I
Like,
cannot
you're
wait.
sick,
I
that is
can't wait to get it in.
Yeah.
When I had the flu last week, I really wished I had it now, like right
Yeah.
then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, this is 6th season, I feel like throwing my children in a Scentsy soak Just Breathe bath is just gonna cure the whole thing,
That's
and me.
absolutely the thing to be sharing. And just like what we were talking about earlier, Megan said, you have to pose a problem that Scentsy can solve. And that right there, it is cold season. Hello, like coming at you like a robot. Like, people are getting sick right now, like crazy. And anytime that someone's sick in my family, I'll take them a Just Breathe wax bar. A lot of people don't know what the ingredients are in that. The fact that that will help you when you're stuffed up. Like, I keep them on hand because of that. But people don't know what they don't know, and they're not going to buy what they don't know. So
Mhm.
think about that when you're selling, and that's a huge thing right now for Scentsy Soak. Absolutely. It
Yeah,
is
I'm
a
pumped. I have one half off in my club, but I went ahead and ordered one when I was ordering those bulk
Yeah.
ones because I was like, I cannot get all these in and not be able to open that bag of soak.
Right.
Like I would be ripping Cassidy's open, but like, sorry,
Sorry, I just needed to smell it.
I just had to smell it.
Oh, it's funny. Anybody else have any questions or anything they want to add as we wrap her up?
I've only sold 4 bring back bars so far, so
That's
let's go to
sold 0.
16. Let's go to 16 more.
16.
I
Yeah.
got you got
So yeah, if you have the collection, if you bought the early access, bring back my bars, have them, take them to your customers, let them smell them. If you didn't, just post the descriptions. I'm doing a battle of the barbs right now in my VIP page, just kind of a fun voting interactive where people get to vote bars to the next round and to see who the ultimate bring back my bar winner is. Just to do something different. And it's also putting that scent with description in front of people's faces more and more.
I just did my first round 2 tonight. And I haven't had a ton of interaction with it, but I've had some. So,
Exactly.
and sometimes there's more than others.
I know. Sometimes I get 16 to 20, sometimes I get 5. You
I
never know how many people are going to interact with it, but
I haven't gotten 15 to 20 yet. I think 7 was or 8 was my most, but still.
yeah. All right.
Mm.
Yeah, and don't forget to post in your stories when you come on to Zoom, when you come to do team things. Share it with people to let them know what you're doing. The fact that you have a community that gets together on Zoom once a week. A lot of people would love to have people they can get on here and chat with for an hour. Might scare the crap out of some people, but some people might like it.
By the way, we should take a picture real quick.
Well, I took a boomerang and you just turned your camera off and I was mad at you.
Oh, sorry. Taking a
I was
I
like,
always like to
no,
be smiling in it, so I gotta wait
like
until
you
everyone's
took your
ready.
camera off.
I'm
Okay.
taking a picture. 3, 2, 1.
I love it.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. It was another amazing week. Hope you found value and growth and are really excited about the 2024 season. I know I am. I'm really excited to see where our team goes this year. So if you're not focused, if you want to be growing your team, start having the conversations. It really kind of comes down to that. You got to have the conversations for people to even know that it's a thing. And I guarantee there's a lot of people in your life that would be interested in it, but maybe you've not ever brought up the opportunity to them. And if you don't sponsor them, someone else might. So anytime you answer the question for someone to think that they're not interested, doesn't mean like you just made it a no for you. That doesn't mean it's a no for them. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. And don't forget, if you want to schedule a one-on-one connection call, the link is pinned in the Facebook group, our team chat, and you can schedule that at any time with me. My available times are on there. So as soon as I remember how to shut this off, I will. All right. Good night.